What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to go over 7 myths that have been told all throughout time in legends and folklore about hair systems. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell below. This actually helps the content get out to more people who are just getting exposed to hair systems for the first time and helps destigmatize hair loss. But you're not here for that. You're here to hear legends told through the ages of hair systems. So let's jump right in. But really quick, guys, this video is sponsored by LaVivid Hair. LaVivid Hair makes a great product, and on top of that, they have great customer service. If you watch my videos, you know I harp on companies that have great customer service. You want a partner, someone that's going to be there with you through the journey. LaVivid is a company that will do that for you. I'm currently wearing the Cruis hair system model, which I have a link to down below, as well as a link to all of their hair systems. Go give them a check out, and if you use my code JAKE15, it'll give you 15% off of any product that they have. But anyways, back to the video. Myth number 1: hair systems can't go out into the sun. Listen, guys, that's just not true. I go out, I live a very active lifestyle. I live in Florida, where there's about 361 days of sunshine per year. I wear a hair system and they last for months and months on end. And like I said, I live an extremely active lifestyle. Now this myth, this myth just isn't true. Now, there are things that you do have to take into consideration if you are going to be spending a lot of time in the sun with your hair system, especially if it's a colored system. And that is this, right? If you're out in the sun with a hair system, there is a chance that you're going to get some photo bleaching of the color, which means that it will start to take more of a reddish hue to it. If you wear them for months at a time and you don't do any color infusing back into the hair system, it will eventually look like a different color than your natural hair, which can start to look a little bit off. However, that being said, many people's hair photo bleaches, and that's just part of the summer like beach look. If you don't want your hair system to photo bleach, if you want it to keep a consistent color that matches your sides, then what you have to do is you have to get a color infusing, reinvigorating type conditioner that deposits color back into your unit depending on what type of color it is. I actually use a product I'm going to link down below. It's called Black to Natural. You have to get the proper conditioner for your hair color, and I use this maybe 2 times a week. I shower every single day, shampoo, condition every single day, but I use this 2 days a week as a way to deposit color back into the hair and to keep it looking fresh. Myth number 2: they look fake. No, they don't. Next point. Listen, guys, when they are correctly fitted, when they are correctly matched with color, density, and wave of your hair, they're not going to look fake. They just aren't. There is a very, very small chance that someone who is highly trained might be able to tell if you are wearing a hair system, but I have gone to hair systems specialists before without telling them that I'm currently wearing, and they did not know. And this is one of those things where, our reticular activator, which is the thing that, like, if you buy a yellow car, or if you want a yellow car, you start seeing yellow cars everywhere. That's the thing that people inside of this community, if you're looking to be able to tell that someone is wearing a hair system, you might be able to tell because you're looking for it. But for the average passerby, for 99.9% of the population, no one is going to be able to tell because they are that believable. Myth number 3: a hair system is a wig or a toupee. That's just not true, guys. It's not. Now, it's not easy to understand why some may think that a hair system is a wig or a toupee, but the difference is this, really. A hair system is something that is completely customized for you as an individual. The right color, it has the right density, it has the right wave, it is templated to your actual hair loss. And this is what really separates this from a wig or a toupee. This is not just a one-size-fits-all type thing that you just plop on the top of your head. There's a lot of technology that goes into it, and it's actually a very cool thing. It's something that we didn't used to have, and it's really something that you should take advantage of. Myth number 4, you can always spot a hair system. Once again, guys, this isn't true. Sometimes you can, but a lot of times you can't. And one of the things that has actually stopped hair systems from becoming a mainstream thing for men is this. They're so good now that they're imperceptible, and because they're imperceptible, men don't want to tell other people that they're wearing hair systems. So therefore, word of mouth advertising isn't really working. Hairstylists want their customers to share with other people their results and hopefully inspire others to come and see the service. But because men want to hide the fact that they are actually using a hair system, word of mouth advertising doesn't work. So no, you can't always spot a hair system. A lot of times you can't spot a hair system, and if you can, it's probably because you're actively looking for a hair system. Now this is a big differentiation between like a hair system and a wig. A lot of wigs you can tell instantly the density is way too high. It's just not the right match for someone and their natural look. But a hair system, what we're doing is we're actually adapting the hair system to look like you looked at your most natural, your most organic, not supplying it with too much density, not supplying it with a different hair color or anything like that. Myth number 5, your lifestyle is going to change when you get a hair system. Guys, I used to believe this too, and that's actually one of the reasons that I shaved my head after getting a hair system, but it's not true. It's just not true. The only reason that your lifestyle is going to change if you get a hair system is if you get the wrong hair system. And the wrong hair system is one that's wrong for you. There's no really wrong hair system, but there is definitely wrong hair systems for you. What do I mean by this? Well, first, I like to think about it in kind of a 3-dimensional space, if you will. You have breathability, the ability for the hair system to breathe, your believability, the ability for the hair system to pass the can they tell test, and then you have the durability test. And if you get all of those 3 things right, your lifestyle is not going to change at all. Whether you are a corporate worker who's at a desk most of the time, and they spend a lot of time at home, or if you're extremely active and you're snowboarding, rock climbing, doing CrossFit, all the stuff that I do. I put my hair system through probably more than anybody on the internet, just because I'm living an active lifestyle. And I made a commitment that I'm not going to change that. That is not going to be something that changes, even if I have to not wear a hair system. Luckily, I've found the right combo of ingredients that can make it possible. Myth number 6, hair systems are expensive. Now listen guys, this is something that I talk about a lot on the channel. It's probably time for another video on the subject. Hair systems can be expensive. They don't have to be expensive. There is a lot of options out there for you right now, which to make it totally accessible. Let's talk about what the most expensive thing is about hair systems right now. There is the quality, or the price that you pay for the hair system, if you will. Now you can get many online hair systems from a distributor such as LaVivid for circa around the $180 to $200 price. That's going to last you maybe 3 to 4 to 5 or even more months if you really take care of it. You need some supplies, but that's gonna maybe average out to $100-150 a year with adhesives, shampoos, conditioners, which is stuff you'd spend anyways. You're gonna have to spend a little bit of money, most likely on cut-ins, but guess what? You're probably going to have to spend that money if you didn't have a hair system. If you were just gonna go get your hair cut, you'd probably be spending $20 to $30 every month or something like that to keep your hair nice trimmed, have a nice fade, something like that. So cut-ins may cost you a couple $100s a year depending on how many hair systems you get, and that's just a cost that comes along with it. And then finally, there's maintenance, right? If you go to a salon and you have them maintain your hair, that could be expensive. If you do it yourself, it's not expensive at all. I mean, you really just have to pay for the supplies, which we've already covered. So is it expensive? Well, here's the thing, depends on your definition of expensive. $1,000 might be expensive to someone, $10,000 might not be expensive to the other person. But if you really, really want a hair system and you have to live on the cheap, you could probably do it for less than $1,000 a year if you really wanted to. And that's not super duper conservative. It's definitely conservative, but it's not hyper conservative. It's something that you could realistically expect if you took care of your unit, if you did all the right things. So is it super expensive? I spend more than that on my gym memberships, my CrossFit memberships, and so for me, no. And finally, myth number 7: a hair system won't change your life. Yeah, it will. It'll change your life. It's going to change a lot of things about your life. It's going to change the ways you feel about yourself. It's going to help you see that man in the mirror that you always wanted to be, that you know is inside, but for some reason you feel held back by hair loss. It's something that's inexplicable, really. I can't exactly articulate it to you in a very succinct and concise way right now. But even if you're the most confident man, even if you're successful entrepreneur, like business type A person, but you're dealing with hair loss and it's something that does affect you and you can be honest about that, a hair system undoubtedly is going to have an effect on you for the positive. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be there more for other people. You're going to be more social. You're going to be more the man that you want to be. And, I know that sounds cheesy to say, but it's true. It's true. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking around watching this video. Remember, if you like this content, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell below. And once again, thank you to LaVivid for sponsoring conversations like this, helping this community get educated, tips, tricks, all of that fun stuff. The fact that LaVivid sponsors this is great. They have amazing customer service. Once again, I'm wearing the Cruis model if you want to check that out. Link is below in the description, and I will see you soon.